All right, shalom, shalom. All right, before I get started, I want to give all praise and honor and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh. All right, double honor to our apostles and elders, great millstone that rule well and tell us his truth. And shalom, wakasah, lahabakyar, which means peace and mercy to the elect. Throughout the four corners, wherever it may be. All right, I'm the brother Amar from the branch GMS Cleveland. Come back at you with another video. Lord, want us to be edifying to whomever may be watching. And I just want to get into a lesson, man, just speaking about, this scripture, that brothers is familiar with. And it pretty much ties into the life of a man of the Lord, man. And actually, what triggered this lesson is one of the brothers in camp. In our camp, he had put in a group in our chat. And he was saying, roughly paraphrase what he said, a high value man don't stay where he's not valued or something like that. I'm not a high paying man. He says a high value man don't stay where he's valued or welcome or something to that effect. But and I was just saying along the lines, I think I replied, I can't even remember my exact word the way I replied to it, but I was saying somewhere along the lines is that pretty much this world is not going to value men of the Lord. All right, and the reason why is because of the people that's in the world, that's of the world. They're worldly. All right, and we already know what the Lord said in 1 John 2:15 on down. It says, "Love not the world, man. Neither the things that are in the world, man." Because then he went the name on. You know what I'm saying? Lust of the eyes, lust of the flesh, the pride of life. All those things are not of the world, but all those things are not of Yahweh, but of the world. You know what I mean? Just paraphrasing it. And it's the mindsets of these people, man. All right, so when they come across us, whether it's a woman you dealing with and you're really into, and she can't really see you for who you are, or if it's family members or whatever relationships that you got with people in the world, they're not going to value you as such, especially not the things that you're speaking about, which the things we talking about is other scriptures, man. That's the crazy part about it, man. But anyway, let me get the scripture because it coincides to our life. It's basically these parables right here is a reflection of our life. This is Ecclesiastes, my fault. It's Ecclesiastes 8 and 14. It says, there was a little city and few men within it, and there came a great king against it. It says, and besieged it, and built great bulwarks against it. And there was found in it a poor wise man, and he by his wisdom delivered the city, yet no man remembered that the same poor man. And the thing is, that's another reflection of our life as well, man. It's like, here it is. Like, even though, we don't give a damn about no credit, you know what I'm saying? And people giving us the glory and all that and worship, because the glory and the worship and the praise go to the Lord, man. We really mean that, man, because we just doing what the Lord put on our spirits to do, which is teach and edify, you know what I mean, and chant down this wicked oppressive kingdom. All right, so we're not looking for credit or nothing like that, but you know what I mean, it's sometimes, and I'm just speaking as a man, carnally speaking, sometimes ain't nothing wrong with a little acknowledgement, you know what I mean, from like your woman, or if you're a brother that got children or some shit like that, you know what I mean? Basically you just want to feel, how can I put it, man? You just want to feel appreciated. I'll just say it like that, man. And we already know, like I said, the world and people that's of the world, they're not going to really appreciate men of the Lord, man, for who they really are, man. Like, here it is, man. We talking about things that, like the scriptures say, angels desire to look into. You know what I mean? Here it is, the Lord, granted us access to this information, questions that your family members and people, might have had, and then here it is, they come to you, man. You can answer damn near all of them. You know what I'm saying? The reason why the world is the way it is, and so forth and so on. What's gonna happen in the future? What happened in the past, and the reason why things are the way they are, you can answer these questions, man. And they just pretty much, they just disregard what you're saying, man. Matter of fact, hold on, let me get this real quick. I'm driving too, so forgive me if I ain't snatching the precepts left and right. But this is Matthew 7 and 6. It says, give not that which is holy unto the dogs, Neither cast ye your pearls before swine, lest they trample them under their feet and turn again and rend you. So yeah, man, you don't give this knowledge and wisdom just to any old body, man. Because the reason why is because of what the scripture said, man. They ain't really gonna lay it to heart, man. All right, when you trample something under feet, man, you just walking all over it. You don't really, think of a dirty mat. Think of a dirty mat, like how you treat a dirty mat. You walk in your spot, your house, your crib, or somebody's crib. You rub your feet off, your dirty shoes all on it, and you basically just disregard it. You don't treat it as nothing that's actually of value. And this is how these people treat the truth. This is how these people treat the truth. This is how these people treat the men of the Lord. And here it is, man. Like Jeremiah said, man, we spoke good on your behalf, man. I said your behalf. I'm talking about you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. To hell with you heathens. You know what I mean? Going back to this Ecclesiastes, man. Like I say, mind you, this is a reflection of our lives. All right. It says, verse 16, it says, Then said I, wisdom is better than strength. Nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised, and his words are not heard, man. So there you go. The poor man's words are despised. Man. All right. Our people look at us as the downtrodden. Well, the scriptures talk about that as well in 1 Corinthians. You know what I mean? We're going to be likened to a spectacle. You know what I mean? And then also we're going to be like the base. You know what I mean? According to the standard of this world. All right. It says, verse 17: the words of wise men are heard in quiet more than the cry of him that ruleth among fools, man. So the same way, this parable it's talking about the poorest man's wisdom is despised. All right, it's likened unto the things that we're bringing out concerning this truth, man. People despise what we're saying, man. They ain't hearing this, man. And then just going back to the man of value. All right, let me get this real quick, man. Where is that at, man? Sloppy, hold on. It says, excellent spirit. Where is it at? Hold on, Sloppy, hold on. Yep. Proverbs 17 and 27. It says, He that hath knowledge spareth his words, and a man of understanding is of an excellent spirit. When you blue letter that word excellent right there, it's going to take you back to value. So a man that holds knowledge and understanding, in particular this knowledge and wisdom and understanding, when you look at that word excellent right here, it's going to say value. So the Lord will consider you a value, a special near and dear unto him. All right, especially of you of first fruits. You know what I mean? Let me get this last precept, man. Because we gonna get that value. Well, we already valuable, but we gonna get that acknowledgement. And that, matter of fact, I'll get this real quick. Now. We gonna get that acknowledgement and that praise, and all the things that you desire and want on this side of righteousness. We gonna get all that soon, man. But right now, man, we just gonna keep doing what we doing, teaching, edifying, and you know what I'm saying, and doing what we do, man. So Zephaniah, it says Zephaniah 3 and 18. It says, I will gather them that are sorrowful for the solemn assembly, who are of thee, to whom the reproach of it was a burden. Verse 19, behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict thee, and I will save her that haunteth, and gather her that was driven out, and I will get them praise and fame in every land. It says where they have been put to shame. So that praise and that praise and that praise and fame that we're gonna get, man, it's gonna be what, man? Pretty much when the Lord, exalts us, man. Some brothers gonna receive that spiritual power. All right, and we're gonna be doing these miracles. Adawan Rochers out, we are that number. All right, that's where that fame and praise and gonna come from. Because remember when the Lord gave the disciples those spiritual power to start doing those miracles. We read the book of Acts. The word spread even more. You know what I mean? Not just because of what they was preaching and teaching around Rome and certain other areas. All right, where they was sent to teach, but it was also the things that were happening, man. The miracles, and I was actually talking to a brother yesterday about this, man. It's gonna be a lot of things that's gonna be taking place, man, amongst the Lord's men. All right, it says verse 20. It says, and at that time will I bring you again, even in that time that I gather you, for I'll make you a name and a praise among all people of the earth. It says, when I turn back your captivity before your eyes, said the Lord, man. Yeah, so, man, look, man, don't worry about, pretty much, being acknowledged and then people looking at you as a man of value, man. Look, hey, the Lord consider us valuable. The Lord consider us, precious in His sight, man. We ain't got to worry about these damn people, man, that's wicked as hell. These motherfuckers drinking Mountain Dew and sipping lean and eating pork and all type of other shit, man. Come on, man. They think they doing something. Let me get this last scripture, man. I wanted to get that. There was another one I wanted to get. It might have been 36. There was another one that was similar. Isaiah 30. It might be 30, 13. Can't remember the other one but let's see. It was another one I wanted it was another one I wanted in the book of Isaiah. Yep, here we go, man. Call lawyer, man. Shit, man. As I mentioned all the time, man, we in the kingdom, we ain't gonna be worried about forgetting. You learn something, or your mind just forgets certain things. That is horrible, man. This is Isaiah 13 and 12, man. I had to hunt that precept down. Isaiah 13 and 12. It says, I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man. It says, than the golden wedge of Ophir. So yeah, man, the Lord is gonna make us precious, man. It says more precious than fine gold, man. All right. And Ophir is another type of gold, like a very, very expensive gold, man. All right, the Lord is going to make us more precious than that, man, because we are of value. Even though the world doesn't like to think so, we are. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to make this quick exhortation video, man. Our Lord willing, just edifying with that. I'm gonna say shalom.